loves. Welcome to my Sabbath day morning routine. Make sure before we get into it to like, subscribe, and share. And you can also comment down below what you do on the Sabbath day. It would mean a lot to me if you would support it all those different days. And let's get into it.
For my Bible study this morning, I did Proverbs and then went into John. I always start my day with the Proverbs. I do the chapter that corresponds to the date, and then I do Proverbs 31, verses 10 through 31. And John, I just felt like throwing into my Bible study, so then I did it. And I went to chapter 7 today. I just randomly went through it. I'm not really going through it like in a specific order, but I just decided to do chapter 7, which was pretty interesting because Jesus was talking about the Sabbath in that one, which this was the Sabbath day that I was doing this specific, because, people in that part were beforehand, before chapter 7, were asking him, why, did you heal this man on the Sabbath? It was that story, because Jesus had healed a man on the Sabbath. And so Jesus was talking about that a little bit in that chapter, which was a funny accident, but it was a good accident. After that, I journaled some prayers in my 5-year prayer journal, and that's just really important for me to have because I often forget to pray, so just having a visual reminder and being able to handwrite my prayers is super good for me to have. And so I did that, and it's a simple thing. You just do a prayer a day and you write down the date for it. Has the 20 in there, of course, and then, of course, I would write 26 because it's the year 2026. And then after I was done with that, I went and typed on my computer for a little bit. Can you guys guess in the comments what I was doing? Because it's something for you. And I'm hoping to get these things, there's multiple things that I hope to get published maybe between 2027 or 2028. I have a lot of work to do before then, but hopefully I can actually get it done for you guys. So make sure to guess, and I'll tell you if you're close or not. Then after I was done typing for the morning on my work, I went and it was time for me to make breakfast.
That's pretty good. So yesterday was my cheat day on food, which I think is very important if you are a girl that's going through any calorie deficits. It's just so amazing because I'm also on menstruation, so I just did not care at all. And since today is the Sabbath day, that means I do tend to eat a little bit less on the Sabbath. So to have Friday as the cheat day is absolutely perfect. I had ice cream, I had chocolate, I had butter bread. There was nothing stopping me. And also, rice cakes break a lot when you don't have a plate. But yeah. So anyway, just if you're trying to lose weight or something, take a cheat day because you will love yourself for it. It's just really nice to be able to be on the porch and watch God's creation, watch the sunrise. I like sunsets better, but the sunrise is still beautiful enough. And just to hear the birds sing in the silence of the roads, to be amid God's creation on the Sabbath morning while I eat my peanut butter rice cake. It just feels like peace. Just peace. As I was sitting on the porch, obviously this part was not recorded, but I just felt like singing. And so I sang the doxology, and I sang random words that just popped into my head. I had a moment of surrender to God, surrender of my life, that He might sanctify me, that I would start fresh with the new week coming on Sunday. And it feels so good to have that, to have those moments of blessing, to have those moments of assurance, to have those moments of prayer and praise and sing, to just be with God, to be amid His nature, to look out across the sky, and to just breathe in what He has created. I try to make the Sabbath day the day that I can get the most for my spiritual health, for my soul. My Bible study ran a bit long this morning than it typically usually does, though I do try to read more often than I used to. I just like to take this time to really focus on God, because even though I do have a morning routine for the other days in the week, it's the one time that I really have the most time to put aside and set aside to grow with Jesus and to make my heart new each week. And it's just something really beautiful that I really enjoy to do, and to keep the Sabbath day holy. That's really all that I do have to my routine. I did skincare, but it's pretty boring and not aesthetic, so I didn't really feel like showing you. It's just some clean and clear stuff, brushing my teeth, and moisturizing. It's really simple. It's none of this crazy stuff. I do like to go more all out on Saturdays on the Sabbath, but I didn't really have much of the extra stuff around today, so just did my normal thing. And I'm gonna take a shower in a second, but clearly I can't do anything with that, so aside from that, that's the end to my Sabbath morning routine. I read the Bible, I studied, I prayed, I sang, I ate a rice cake with peanut butter, and that's really all that I do. After my shower, I'm probably just gonna go play video games, practice my guitar and ukulele, and that's it. Make sure to like and subscribe. Why don't you go ahead and go into the comments if you made it to this part of the video, and why don't you go ahead and comment the word renewed for the new week, and we can start a bit of a chain there and go down and have that going. So I like it when people do that. It's just really fun, in my opinion. There's no pressure to do it if you don't want to, but I just think it's nice. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of it.